Ghana, a land of rich history and diverse culture located on the western coast of Africa. Known for its warm and welcoming people, Ghana is a country that offers a unique blend of tradition and modernity. A country of sun-drenched beaches, where the golden sands meet the azure waters of the Atlantic Ocean. The coastline stretches for miles, offering breathtaking views and a serene escape for those seeking tranquility. Lush forests, teeming with wildlife and vibrant flora, paint the landscape in shades of green. These forests are not just a haven for nature lovers, but also a vital part of Ghana's ecosystem. And then there are the vibrant cities, bustling with life and energy, where tradition meets innovation in a harmonious blend. But nestled along the coast, where the Atlantic waves crash against the shore, stands a reminder of a darker past: Elmina Castle. This fortress, with its imposing presence, tells a story of resilience and sorrow, a testament to the complex history of this region. This imposing structure, built of white stone against the blue sky, has witnessed centuries of history, from trade to tragedy. Constructed by the Portuguese in 1482, Elmina Castle was initially a trading post, but it soon became a pivotal site in the transatlantic slave trade. The walls of this castle have seen the ebb and flow of countless lives, each stone echoing the whispers of the past. Today, we journey to Elmina to uncover its secrets and understand its significance in our world's story. As we walk through its ancient corridors and stand in its solemn dungeons, we are reminded of the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of remembering our history. Elmina Castle is not just a relic of the past, it is a symbol of the enduring strength and courage of those who came before us. Join us as we explore this historic site and delve into the stories that have shaped our world. Elmina Castle wasn't always a place of sorrow. It was built in 1482 by the Portuguese, drawn to the Gold Coast for its riches. Imagine those early days, ships laden with spices and textiles arriving from Europe, returning home filled with gold, ivory and pepper. Elmina was a bustling trading post, a meeting point of cultures, but this period of prosperity was short-lived. As the 15th century gave way to the 16th, the world was on the brink of monumental changes. The age of exploration was in full swing, and European powers were vying for dominance on the high seas. This era was marked by the discovery of new lands, the establishment of trade routes, and the beginning of a global economy. However, amidst these advancements, a dark and sinister trade began to overshadow all else. This was the transatlantic slave trade, a new and terrible enterprise that would leave an indelible mark on history. European nations, driven by the desire for wealth and power, turned to the exploitation of human lives. Ships laden with goods would sail to the African coast, where they would exchange their cargo for men, women, and children. These individuals, torn from their homes and families, were forced into a life of unimaginable suffering. Elmina Castle, with its strategic location on the coast of West Africa, became a major hub in this horrific enterprise. Built by the Portuguese in 1482, the castle was initially intended as a trading post for gold and other valuable resources. However, as the demand for enslaved labor grew, Elmina Castle's role shifted dramatically. It became a fortress of despair, where countless Africans were held captive before being shipped across the ocean. The Portuguese, later replaced by the Dutch, held captive men, women, and children within the castle walls. The conditions were brutal and inhumane. The captives were crammed into dark, airless dungeons with little food or water. Disease was rampant, and many did not survive the harrowing wait for the ships that would take them to the New World. Those who did survive faced a grueling journey across the Atlantic, known as the Middle Passage. Families were torn apart, with parents separated from their children, and siblings from one another. The anguish and despair of these individuals are unimaginable. As they were led in chains to the waiting ships, they knew they would likely never see their homeland or loved ones again. The transatlantic slave trade was a dark chapter in human history, one that left a legacy of pain and suffering that is still felt to this day. The story of Elmina Castle serves as a stark reminder of the atrocities committed in the name of profit and power. Today, Elmina Castle stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a monument to the millions who suffered within its walls. Walking through its arched entrance is like stepping back in time. The air grows heavy with the weight of history. We descend into the castle dungeons, dark and suffocating, where as many as 200 slaves were crammed together. The floors still bear the marks of their suffering. From the dungeons, the slaves were led through a narrow doorway, the infamous door of no return. Can you imagine the terror, the despair, as they glimpsed the vast ocean beyond, knowing they would never see their homeland again? It's a sobering experience to stand in that doorway, the sea breeze heavy with the ghosts of the past. But Elmina is not just a place of sorrow. Step outside the castle walls, and you'll find a vibrant town, full of life and colour. Fishermen mend their nets on the beach, their brightly painted boats bobbing on the waves. Market traders call out their wares, selling everything from fresh fish to colourful fabrics. Life goes on, resilient and strong, a testament to the enduring spirit of the Ghanaian people. High on a hill overlooking Elmina Castle stands Fort San Jago, a smaller fortification built by the Dutch. From here, one can imagine the Dutch soldiers keeping watch over the town and the sea, ever vigilant for attacks. Today, Fort San Jago offers breathtaking views of Elmina and the coastline, a reminder of the strategic importance of this location throughout history. No journey to Elmina is complete without experiencing the local culture. Scattered throughout the town and surrounding areas, you'll find Posuban shrines, brightly painted structures adorned with sculptures and murals. These shrines are unique to the Fante people of Ghana's coast, representing their history, beliefs, and connection to the spiritual world. Elmina Castle stands as a stark reminder of the horrors of the slave trade, a place where countless lives were torn apart and dreams shattered. This fortress, with its imposing walls and haunting silence, echoes the cries of those who were once held captive within its confines. It represents a dark chapter in human history that should never be forgotten. The images of sorrowful faces, the chains and the artifacts from that era serve as a poignant reminder of the inhumanity that once prevailed. These relics tell a story of unimaginable suffering and loss, a story that must be remembered to ensure it is never repeated. But amidst the darkness, Elmina Castle is also a place of hope. The sunlight breaking through the clouds over the castle symbolizes the resilience of the human spirit. It stands as a testament to the strength and endurance of those who survived and the generations that followed. Hope for a future where such atrocities are never repeated, where children can play freely and people of all races and backgrounds can come together in unity. The sight of children playing happily and diverse groups holding hands is a powerful symbol of the progress we have made and the hope we carry for a better tomorrow. It is through education and remembrance that we can learn from the past to create a more just and compassionate world. By studying history and engaging in meaningful discussions, we can ensure that the lessons of Elmina are not lost. Educational seminars and diverse groups discussing history are crucial in fostering understanding and empathy. As we leave Elmina behind, we do so with a sense of responsibility. The sunset over the castle serves as a reminder that while the day may end, the memory of what happened here must endure. Visitors leaving the historical site carry with them the weight of the stories they have heard and the lessons they have learned. We carry with us the stories of those who suffered here, their voices echoing through time. The historical documents, plaques, and commemorative signs at Elmina Castle serve as a permanent record of their resilience and courage. These markers ensure that their stories are never forgotten and that their legacy lives on. Their resilience etched in our hearts, we reflect on the past with a renewed commitment to justice and equality. The emotional faces in remembrance and the hands holding historical artifacts remind us of the personal connections we have to this history. As people reflect at the memorial site, they are reminded of the importance of remembering and honoring those who came before us.